Hi there, welcome back to the Barnsley Metrodome, where we get our opportunity for the second time today, Chris Murphy and myself, to see Kim Holden in action against Carla boys. And all about getting through to the next round here, of course, as we throw for the bull. Kim Holden now felt sorry for her earlier. She looked a little bit starstruck, if you like, and first opportunity to play on the live stream. And she didn't do herself justice. So in some ways, I hope that she can show us what she's all about in a game like this against Carla. And we're underway with Kim Holden at the hockey.
97.
Yeah, she was beaten handsomely 4-0 by Lorraine Winstanley in that match we witnessed earlier on. Winstanley did put in a very good display
60.
actually, but Holden was way off the pace. Just to give you an indication, she averaged 40 points less than her opponent by the end of that match, but she had beaten Jane Monaghan 4-1 in a previous match off stream.
66.
And she bettered her average by 20 points, so it just shows that perhaps you're right in your assessment there, that maybe being in front of the cameras, knowing that TV's Nigel Pearson is commentating on it.
Shut up.
Just affected her a little bit.
Murphy, man. Oh, dear.
55.
No, I genuinely felt sorry for Kim because of the fact that you mentioned, and I think I mentioned it in the commentary at the time, that she'd won games to get there.
60.
But Lorraine Winstanley was in fantastic form, went on a great run, of course, put out Fallon. And, no, Lorraine was very, very impressive earlier on today in Event 1. So, for me,
60.
I just felt that, you know, Kim didn't do herself justice, and hope she does here. Don't mind who wins, of course. I've got absolutely nothing against boys whatsoever, because she is here on merit as well. But having seen Kim, did have a tad bit of sympathy for her, Chris, and I think we're on the same page there, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. And Carla Boyce playing on the stream for the first time this year.
Yep.
She went down to a last leg decider defeat as well in the first event, so she'll be determined to pick up some ranking money. 4-3 defeat at the hands of Wales's Chris Savary. Both players on 120 something finishes in the opening leg. Holden with the first opportunity. Treble 19 is it's the usual route. That's certainly an unusual route.
By the way, Lisa Ashton is through to the last 32 already with a 4-0 win over Rachel Bird. Amanda Harwood and Priscilla Steenbergen are also both through to the last 32.
42.
After victories here this afternoon. And this, our first of two last 64 matches that we show on the stream here today.
Well, bullseye left.
32.
May well be the bull for boys. A couple of single 18s would leave the button. Can she push the button?
61.
Wasn't far away.
48 needed for Kim Holden. Leaves tops. Now double 10. Oh
38.
dear. Golden opportunity here, Chris.
Yeah, double 8 and she finds it. Carla Boyce takes advantage of the Holden nerves.
Yeah, she did well there. The break of throw as well, and a short format, of course, first to four. I seem to be saying that
85.
so regularly, but I think it's a relevant point. I think most people who are watching this on a live stream are knowledgeable darts people anyway, so don't have to explain so
28.
much perhaps about the context of a leg, or like what we do on television when there's casual viewers who don't necessarily watch the darts all the time or know too much about it. But here at Barnsley this afternoon, I'm sure Darts fans galore enjoying our choice of coverage with this, the Euro Tour. Hopefully our session here at Barnsley will have finished before the Euro Tour begins tonight. In fact, yeah, we should be done before 7 o'clock tonight when the evening session from Germany will begin.
41.
And some top players over there in the lineup tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow at, what, around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Chris? For day 2.
Events 3 and 4. And Carla boys, we did see at the Women's Series, not in all of the events in 2021, in half of them, the second half of events. She also played in the 4 events when the Women's Series first took place a year earlier. She's never made it past the last 32 stage up to now, but does have a good handful of wins under her belt.
Well, Kim once again unfortunately shaking her head, knowing that things aren't going away here.
41.
You do just get the sense that after that demolition carried out by Lorraine Winstanley, that the last thing that Kim Holden would have wanted to see was
44.
her name on the streaming board in the second tournament.
We don't know that, Chris, do we? We're just assuming.
Well, yeah, just adding a little bit of narrative.
60. Yes, because
but it's based on the performances off stream compared to what she's produced on stream.
Absolutely.
And that's the only changing variable, isn't it? Of course, anyone can just have a bad game at any time, anywhere. But just... well, that's an excellent adjustment, to be fair. After 2 evidently nervy darts, she then manages to make almost a switch to the treble 20.
60.
Yeah, it was just what she needed, Kim Holden. So you know what she needs now. Way too high that time.
20.
Oh dear.
And if it is nerves, you just get the sense that one double could settle them as well. How often you see that in a game of darts. 19 for the bullseye here.
Yep.
Just checking. Ooh.
56.
Now Kim Holden needs tops for 1 apiece. If she doesn't take this out, Carla could be back for double 19.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Kim Holden gets a leg on the board. How she's needed that, you feel? And it's 1 leg apiece in this last 64 tie here in Barnsley on this Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, hopefully that is a little bit of a settler for Holden. Mentioned that victory that she had away from the stream.
140.
The funny thing is, if she was going to have a purist performance, she's performing at a much better standard in this match already than the one we saw. You might as well have it against Lorraine Winstanley, when even if you play your best stuff, you might end up losing 4-0 anyway.
Yeah.
44.
Lorraine was unstoppable in that match. I don't think there's any doubt about that whatsoever.
97.
Just to put you in the picture of what we've seen in the Women's Series so far.
34.
In the previous 2 years of action, still only 4 different winners: Lisa Ashton, Fallon Sherrick, Dita Hedman and Makuru Suzuki. Rhiannon Griffiths has today added her name to the Roll of Honour for runners-up at the Women's Series, along with Aileen de Graaf, Rhiannon O'Sullivan, who we saw defeated in the first match of this second event. Anastasia Dobromislova and Corinne Hammond has made the final twice.
100.
Yes, I think I made the point, didn't I, about Rhiannon Griffiths, that whatever the outcome, the fact that she got to a final is a massive achievement, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her do so again. You know, there's still, after this, 18 events to go this year. Such is the beauty of the expansion of the tour. Still think she will be a player that will be certainly in the race for the match play. It's been a disappointing day, but let's see what she can produce tomorrow.
95.
The thinking there was to ensure she left a finish. And she's done that, Kim Holden. Will she get a go at it? That's a different question.
32.
Well, the answer's yes.
The big fish. So, a real opportunity here for Carla Boys now to go 2-1 up with double 16. Now needs double 8, 2-1 advantage. Tied it up well there after missing the double 16. Middle of the bed. Nicely done, and with the opportunity for a 3-1 advantage with the throw.
Yeah, there have been a couple of darts at double 8 that have been perfectly pitched by boys. Of the recognised names in this
58.
tournament, another one that lost in her opening match in the first event was the 10-time Women's World Champion Trina Gulliver. She's getting her campaign underway against Katie
27.
Sheldon. A tricky draw that for Trina, but she's taken the first leg against the Irish prospect. We will stay in the second
36.
round in our next match, when Anne-Marie Potts takes on Ching Ching Zhao. I've
41.
brushed up on the pronunciation, Nige.
You have indeed. I knew I could rely on you.
After you scolded me in the previous match.
Yes, but I knew I could rely on you to do that, Murph. Good man.
And then after that, we'll have a last 32
39.
game between Priscilla Steenbergen and either Kate Monaghan or Robin Byrne, who we've seen already.
Yes, we have. I reckon it's Priscilla
81.
Steenbergen. But let's focus on this game.
Yeah, this one's a little bit easier, isn't it?
It is.
Not easy for Holden, particularly the way the boys has been finishing.
41.
A couple of times she's left double 8 and pinned it first start. Holden with a much improved display from what we saw last time on the live stream, when
43.
really Lorraine Winstanley left her without any hope.
Shake of the head again there, Chris. That's what we saw many times in a game
28.
earlier this afternoon. All about self-belief. Now, can Carla Boys kick on here? And well, the answer's no
43.
anyway, but a little bit of hard work here, this fourth leg. Look at Kim just shaking her head. She's almost angry with herself now, you know?
Yeah, that's before she's thrown the darts as well. It's difficult to understand that. Yeah, have a good shake of the head after a bad visit, but then reset, refocus and
59.
reapproach the hockey. Can't be great psychology, can it, to be shaking your head
100.
before the darts are thrown?
No, you give the game away sometimes to your opponent when you do things like that.
Yeah, Barney used to be guilty of that, didn't
Massively, massively. That was so frustrating to see Raymond like that. It's
46.
you almost knew when his number was up. I know he's back now, but the body language said it all on occasions. This man there's no way he's going to win tonight.
26.
Big puff of the cheeks, a big deep breath this time for Holden.
$60.
She's going for the bull with that first start. Closer to the 25, but
Yeah.
without success. So Holden with the outside opportunity to try and
35.
nick this leg. Big ask, but only one treble required. Takes the 24 off, but you feel
29.
that boys, he's going to move further ahead. Double top to do so.
Double 10.
55.
Well. Thought that would have gone.
It puts her in all sorts of bother as well because she's left 5.
It's a mess, isn't it? Absolutely.
Treble 20, double 16. Well, often the easy bit in these combinations
39.
is the hard bit, if you catch my drift. Don't miss the big number.
No score.
And she has missed the big number.
Dear, dear, dear. Well, opportunity for Kim.
Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Double 12.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not a disaster by any means, is it? It's a decent marker for double 12 for Kim Holden.
44.
Just seemed to get a deflection off the flight. Wasn't going in anyway, let's be honest about it.
Change route. 3 for double 1. Pulled it off expertly. Interesting decision that. Having missed the 1 in the previous visit, she thought she'd go for a different segment. And it worked out well. A 3-1 lead for Carla Boys.
Well, quite clearly, Carla did that deliberately, and she was delighted that it paid off. Fair play to her, I say.
19.
Yeah, it removes that little bit of doubt, doesn't it? That little bit of scar tissue from the previous visit, going for a different target. It's sensible stuff.
100.
I would suggest Carla Boys with 1 treble per visit will go on and win this game 4-1. Kim needs to get a treble somewhere.
46.
I didn't mean a treble 7 either. Well, look at this now from Carla. It's looking a lot better.
100.
Nice, steady turn. That's all she needs, Chris.
You called it before the leg started. A treble per visit. That she's lived up to your prophecy so far. The Holden just cannot get going. And I still do think, again, I'm maybe
28.
just speculating, but the way she's reacting to a bad dart suggests she knows she's capable of a lot better and maybe has produced a lot better. And the only difference here is
81.
being in front of the cameras.
A 1 and a 5. Dear me, Kim.
11 scored.
11 scored. So Carla has got a fancier chances going on from here. 2 treble 20s.
140.
140, and she is waiting to pounce and get through to the 3rd round of this event 2 of the Women's Series here in Barnsley.
Well,
76.
Pearson's prophecy was a treble every visit in this leg. She's done that. Treble 20 and double 10 would make it come true.
Yeah.
Well, she's got the treble again there. Double 10, fine work from Carla Boys, who goes through to the 3rd round of the Women's Series event number 2 this afternoon with that finish. And that is superb from